the news trainee scheme is like the cream of the cream news scheme, and most people who apply for the news trainee scheme have been to journalism college and have got 3,000 words a minute shorthand and stuff like that. I just felt I'll give it a go, and I gave it a go. And when we had to do this breaking news story thing, which once you've worked in the industry, it's very easy to work out how to do, but when you're given bits of information which are being changed every 4 or 5 minutes, and so the stuff you thought was real was changed, and at the end of the hour you had to deliver a 600-word Radio 4 ready broadcast piece. I just handed in like 13 pieces of paper with different bits of the story on them, and sort of off you go. And if you'd read them in order, you would have got there. But I knew when I'd left that interview that I wasn't going to get that scheme. But what I didn't know is a lot of people didn't know is the subtle stuff about the BBC that you only learn when you've been around. So it's quite normal. When I did actually get into the BBC were looking for on-screen correspondents for the London region. And I saw how much money Trevor was making and the other Trevor. And I thought, yeah, being on screen, this is where it's at. But in applying for the job, my now ex-wife said to me, you do realise you've got to find out all the people who are going to interview you, and you've got to go and see them. And I said, oh, don't be silly. Yeah, you can't go and tap up all the people who are meant to be interviewing you. She said, that's the BBC way. And if you're outside the BBC, you don't know this. But when a job is advertised in the BBC, it is quite legitimate to find the person who's doing the interview and go and have a conversation with them. And all the internal candidates know that. And all the internal candidates, all the friends on the outside who know people on the inside know that. And so I went and met all these 5 people. And by the time I came to the interview, I knew what each of them wanted because I'd spent half an hour with each of them with them telling me what they were looking for.